Everybody, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting a rabbit. Anyway, so, check it out, man. Studio's coming along. Got a beautiful mixing board right there. Yeah, man. Right? That's the L20. L20 zoom. Zoomity, zoomy, zoomy, zoom. So, with this thing, you've got like all them damn friggin' buttons and sliders and shit. And it's kind of like rocket science, but not really. And then like over here, we've got the selector for the Boss Katana. The Boss Katana is really cool. You see it over there? I love that thing. That thing makes that guitar sound really sweet. And I don't have to have, a pedal and all that crap. I could have a pedal. It's optional. I can put a pedal on it. But why? When I can have any tone that I want out of Tone Studio. Tone Exchange. Tone Exchange is really cool. You can download any damn rig you want. You can have the like for instance, if you want, you can set it up with the Marshall, right? That amplifier. You can download that amp and you can have that amp on that amp. You can turn that amp into that amp, which is pretty cool. And you got the Marshall 4 cab. You can tell that amp that that's the cab I like to use with it. So it really does sound kick-ass. Celestion 30s, I love them speakers. They're really cool. So over here, we got the keyboard. Keyboards are fun. I can set that up on MIDI, and I can download. I can put all kinds of different tones and sounds and shit like that. It's really neat. And so with that computer right there, I've got a copy of Studio One version 7, which allows me to do all kinds of crazy shit. That is like rocket science, and I'm probably a few months into it, and I might be 5-6 years and still learning how to do things with it, because there's so much you can do with that, so many things, and it's really neat. Now up there, those speakers right there, in that speaker box with the 212s facing you right there, and the little rip on the front of the boxer, yeah, I mean it's old. So that used to be a Fender Champ amplifier. It was a tube amp, and we had fun with it until it was no more. It didn't want to work anymore. It was old. It was really old. But the speakers are fucking dynamite, man. The speakers have outlived the amplifier. So if you guys are in the market for a decent amp that you can tote around and stuff, go get you a Fender Champ. And they got several to choose from. They got the Fender Chorus, which I got one right over here on the floor right there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, the little Fender Choruses are cool. They get multi-sounds, 212s, combo, it's pretty neat. My latest guy that I got, though, is this little amplifier right here. That's a bass amp. It's got 115 in it, and it's got this option where I can plug other speakers to it. So I've got them 212s that are up there plugged into that amplifier, as well as this I got a bunch of shit in front of it, but I got this PV cab right here, 412 cab, and with that PV 412 cab, and then the two Fender speakers that I got up there, plus the 15 that's already in the box, that thing sounds kick-ass, man. And it's not subject to just a bass guitar. I could play a regular guitar through it, or I got it linked to a mixing board, and I'm actually using that to provide sound for my studio at the moment, because I'm saving up my money. I'm gonna buy me there's Rockville has a mixing board. It's a 8-channel mixer, and it's a power amp as well. It's got a 7-band equalizer, and it's 6,000 watts, and it's got speak-on outputs as well as 1/4-inch outputs, and like that thing is just every damn thing I need, really, to sum it up. If I get that, I'll be able to set up all the shit I want. It's got XLR outputs that can go out to a powered subwoofer or another power unit like a rack mount or something of that nature, which is fucking kick-ass. That allow me to make multiple amplifiers with one volume and just rock the fucking house with it. I'll be able to actually power up 20 speakers when I'm all done. And yeah, I mean, in this room alone, I've got over 20 speakers in this room. But latest thing that I've been working on, really cool, the drums, right? Now, I just picked up these microphones. These are the Behringer 1500s, and like, they're really cool. So I got two of those little overheads, and then I got all these little microphones like that are pretty cool, man. And I found these cables. These cables are fucking shit, dude. They're 25 foot long. They got colored ends to them, so they help me to identify when I come into the mixing board, right? So yeah, and it's long enough to do, like, if you see, I basically routed them bitches up the wall and brought them down, and I don't have to worry about stepping on my wires in my studio. They're long enough to where I can do what I want to do. This did not come with the microphone kit. I had this already. I threw that in there just as a extra overhead. Kind of brings it out, but yeah, I'm no drummer and I don't know how to tune the drums, so I'm waiting on somebody to come help me with that. That's gonna be cool once we get that right. And but yeah, and oh yeah, I forgot to show you my bass guitar. This thing's fucking radical, dude. Look at that thing. That's the PB. That thing, it just fucking sounds good. It sounds so good. And I like it. But anyway, good things to come, man. The studio is coming along. Yeah, it's just a slow process. When you're not rich, and it takes a long fucking time. I've been collecting shit for years, and I'm just now getting to the status of not professional, but I'm not amateur. I mean, kind of just past amateur, I guess, because of my financial situation, but I'd like to be professional, one day, man. I mean, seriously, I want to eventually get this set up to where it's nice enough and I got enough help, and I'd like to form a team, get a team together, so that way we know exactly what to do, how to do, when to do, and maybe one day we could set it up to where I can open the door, use my front yard as a damn parking lot, and set it up to where people can come here and record their music and take it home with them, and I'd like to be able to provide the drums, the bass, the guitars, and all that, so they can travel light. They can just bring what's really, I mean, if they got a guitar they're really fond of, they can bring that. If they got a set of drums they're fond of and they don't mind tearing them down and setting them up, I can move my shit out the way and let them use their own if they want. But it's just easier to get mine set up nice enough to where somebody could come in and fool around with them for a minute, get acquainted with them. If they're a good drummer, they can play any drums. If you're decent at drumming and you've been doing it a long time, you know what you're doing, you can sit down at any damn drum set and make it and make it work. So hopefully, won't have to boom my drums. But the idea would be to build another room, say a drum room, dedicated just for drums, and have an empty spot where basically if they do bring their drums, I won't have to touch mine, move them, or anything like that. They can go to the drum room, set up their shit, and by way of the TV and cameras, we can make a two-way deal where instead of looking at each other through a piece of glass, we can look at each other through the TVs and talk to each other through the speakers that are going to be installed into the walls, where you just basically, it's a two-way monitor, you know what I'm saying? With the option to work around recordings and shit. You obviously don't want to have the microphones going between the rooms when you're trying to record something, you want to turn that volume down on that. You know what I mean. But yeah, that would be the shit. That's my dream. Yep, everybody has to have a dream. And if you have a dream, you should follow it. You shouldn't give up on your dream. Sometimes it gets put on hold. Sometimes it's a lack of money. Sometimes you get frustrated because it doesn't go the fucking way you want, and then you gotta take a break. Sometimes if you got a puzzle and it doesn't look right, you can't figure it out, you're ready to fucking throw something, that's when you set it down, you walk away, stand back and just look at it for a while. Or take a break from thinking about it and come back. And then you'll come back with a fresh mind and a different outlook, which will help you eventually solve your fucking puzzle. And if you can't get it, then you know what? Get somebody in there to fucking help you. Do not be afraid to ask for help. So yeah. Chase your dreams. Accomplish your goals. Step by step. Baby steps. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Do what you can do and have fun. Most importantly, have fun while you're doing it. You know, because otherwise, what the fuck are you doing it for? Anyway, I love you guys. This concludes my morning video. Peace.